Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Chris Ford, Commissioner of Social Services, and it's my honor to welcome you to the Lexington Senior Center at Idlewild Park. I'm glad for the great turnout that we've had to come out and celebrate on this beautiful sunny Friday morning. Our program will feature speakers who will share on our progress and reflect on where we've come so far to be here this morning, but even more importantly, to also highlight what's still yet to come here at the Senior Center. What I think you'll hear is focuses on teamwork. It's definitely been a team effort to get us here where we are this morning. Our team at local government, led by our CAO, Sally Hamilton, our deputy, Glenn Brown, our colleagues in general services, Parks and Recreation, and last but definitely not least, our council members, all have afforded us this opportunity to have the success we've had so far. But there's an old saying that leadership starts at the top. And I believe we're very fortunate in local government to have a caring and conscientious person guiding our efforts. Please join me in welcoming the Honorable Jim Gray, the Mayor of Lexington.
Christy, it's always fun to come out and see you all. Can I come out every day? Every day. We do. Well, first things first, let's give a big hand for that piano. Yeah. Where'd David go? David, you still over here? What a nice job. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Yes, stand up. You get us in the spirit. And what a day to get in the spirit. So you all know it was exactly 1 year ago that we were celebrating the opening of the Senior Center. And here we are 1 year later celebrating that first year anniversary. I want to welcome council members. Now, Commissioner Ford's already mentioned it, but we've got two council members here, Susan Lamb and Fred Brown. Let's give them a big hand. They are everywhere I go. Everywhere. Sometimes I feel like we could get a quorum with just the two of them here. You know, last year we predicted, and Christy was at the forefront of this prediction. Sally, Christy, Sean, Martha were at the forefront of predicting that our seniors would really enjoy this place, and today the numbers tell that story. How many do you all think? Have you any guess of how many are now participating? New members participating since it was open. Any guess? Somebody come on.
6,000.
How many?
3,000.
3,000. I heard 500. I heard 3,000. It goes for 3,000. Yes, 3,000. And really, so much tribute, so much honor, so much praise, so much appreciation and thanks goes to Christy Stamball and her staff, Sean Wright and Martha Duncan. Let's give them a big hand. You know, you can always tell when a big heart and a really thoughtful head go into something, and that's what we got here with Christy and her staff, and we all appreciate it. In 2015, about 93 seniors came to the old center each day. And today, that number is right at 300, 297. It's pretty close to 300, isn't it? That is a big deal. There's a lot more to do here today, as you all know, averaging 20 classes a day, and there are more opportunities to access the services that are needed through our social workers. And finally, there are more changes to come. We're improving the walking trail in the park that serves the center and the surrounding neighborhoods as well. So I want to thank all the seniors who are here today. You know that we want to continue to listen to you and to everyone who uses the center. We're here for you. This is your center, and we want to know what we can do to make it better. Continuous improvement all the time. Now, today, our architects are here from EOP. They did the design on this center. They went through lots of challenges. Rick Eckhoff, his team, Hal Dowell is here. Hal Harding, I always want to say just the opposite. That happens to you a lot. Harding Dowell is here representing EOP and their team, and he's going to tell you all about the Gold LEED certification, LEED Gold certification that has just been awarded to the center for its environmental sustainability, for the planning that went into that. There's nothing casual about that, and these folks, these guys did a great job with just that. So, Harding, I'm going to give you a chance now to tell us all about it. Harding, thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. I will say, we did not expect this building to be LEED Gold. We went into the project thinking we'd be good enough to get certified, which is like the baseline level, which is still an accomplishment, but to come out of this and to have the building jump that by 2 full levels, we go through silver and into gold, was a nice surprise for us and a real testament to the work that the city put in to make sure that this is an environmentally conscious building. And it's a great example of how environmentally conscious design can and should be a part of our best practices as an entire community. We're grateful to the city again for supporting a collaborative design process, to our engineering and design partners for their expertise and innovation, and to each of the workers who came together to build what is surely the best senior center in the state of Kentucky. What LEED is, L-E-E-D, is Leadership in Environmental and Energy Design. It's a point system that gives you points for things like energy savings, water savings, recycled materials, daylighting, etc. And the score stacks up as to say sort of how good of an environmental steward are you with the building. It focuses on making sure that the buildings endure better and longer than is typical. And that by building with the next generation in mind, we not only gain the advantage of things like lower energy bills or reduced waste, but we leave a legacy of resilience and care for those who will use this building in the future. It's a reminder that sustainable design does not have to cost more or be made out of recycled pallets to be environmentally conscious. In this case, it meant taking advantage of this beautiful park site, opening the building up to that daylight, and being smart about where we allocated our budget. It meant investing in better insulation and more resilient glass. It meant looking at life cycle cost instead of just the sticker price, and choosing systems and materials that are built to last. Things like the geothermal system that helps everybody hopefully stay cool and comfortable. And even with all that work, like I said, it was still a surprise that we were able to achieve LEED Gold. We're very proud of it. Out of 116 LEED buildings in the state of Kentucky, just 37 are gold or better. So it's a real accomplishment. It represents a 40% reduction in energy usage, a 20% reduction in water usage, and most of all, it represents a dedication by the city and our entire community to create healthy, long-lasting, and inspiring spaces. And we at EOP Architects feel very lucky to have been involved. So thank you very much. And they give you a nice plaque, too. Christy, please.
All right, thank you, thank you, thank you. How many of you were here last year when we cut the ribbon for this place? Show of hands. Oh, that is so wonderful to see. We have all of our people that came to us from Nicholasville Road, and then we have nearly 3,000 more. Well, we definitely have 3,143 new friends. So just since I did my report, we're already really close to 3,200 new seniors. We're averaging 109 seniors a day. So when I made that report to give to the mayor's office, it was like the end of August. So we've had 67 seniors join the center just in the past 2 weeks, not even, because we were off for a day, right? For the holiday. So we know the place is booming. We are so thankful that you continue to come here every day and join us. We know you have other choices, but probably this is the best we have, right? I want to introduce our staff, because without our staff, none of this could happen. So, Carrie, come on up, and I'm going to just bring them up by alphabet. And so some of you that might be new to the center may not recognize all of us, because some of us are stuck in the office doing office stuff. So Carrie takes care of all of our bills. Tanya Collins is one of our newest employees, and she's at the front desk. Martha Duncan, many of you know, has created the recreation program that it is from 8 classes a day to 20 classes a day. Jennifer Garland's one of our social workers, and she also does our newsletter called The Messenger. I don't think the van drivers got in. I think they're out driving in the parking lot. So Libby, where is Libby? Libby is our other front desk person, and she is the person that answers the phone with a smile every single day and is able to manage 500 tasks at one time. Sean and I had to cover the front desk one day. I had a panic attack in the first 5 minutes. It was hard, so yay for Libby. Wendy Jett is one of our newest employees. We thank Parks and Recreation for giving us that funded vacant position so we could bring Wendy on board. Bill Morton helps us to keep this place clean and spiffy. He doesn't mind that we drink coffee, do you, Bill? Garnett Mundy, come on up. Garnett came to us from the city, and he is our security officer, but you know what? He does so much more than that. He'll go out and help people in the parking lot or carry their bags to their cars. Amanda Patrick is one of our newest social workers, and Amanda is heading up our volunteers. So if you've not got the opportunity and want to volunteer, see Amanda. Jody Rose is another of our recreation persons. She is managing the art class. You know, she teaches Zumba. So between she and Wendy, we are able to in-house teach about 15 fitness classes a week. So we're very thankful. Is another of our social workers, and Melissa takes care of all the calls that come in for a variety of needs throughout the community. Melissa may or may not get to see the people in the center, but she's helping 200 and some folks that may never come to the center that are seniors in our community. Juan's another van driver, he's not here. Joanna's up in the fitness room, she's one of our part-time staff. Wayne White is our very newest employee. I think he's only been with us 2 months. And Wayne has done really great to make sure that the seats are clean, that the floors are shampooed. And last but not least, we have Sean Wright. Sean is just... I don't really have to say anything about Sean. So this is your Lexington Senior Center staff. That our staff has responded to this crazy rapid growth, and every day we say it's got to slow down some. Last month we had 200 new seniors join, the month before that 199, the month before that 199. So we're trying to keep fresh new programs, but we're also getting fresh new people. So it's been a really great challenge for all of us. Every day is exciting. We all say, Martha, Sean, and I say, can you believe we get to come to this place to work every day? I mean, we think the novelty is going to wear off, but it might take some years. In the neighborhood, we have Marie Bradshaw. She's here, and it was the neighborhood association that was so patient. Marie, would you just stand? Marie is here representing the neighborhood association. And they were so patient with us and continue to work with us on a monthly basis. I have to say that our staff, our administration, Chris's support, the mayor's support, council support, Jessica Geese is here because Bill Farmer could not be here. He's our council member for the district. Anything we need, they can help us out with that. And Sally Hamilton is probably the smartest woman I know. And it was thanks to her that all of this really came together. And she couldn't be with us here today, but I just needed to shout out to the world how much she means to us. So that's all I have now. I want to introduce to you one of my favorite people in the government. It's Monica Conrad. She's the Director of Parks and Recreation. Monica.
Thank you, Christy, and thank you all for having me here today. Certainly Parks and Recreation is so proud of the Senior Center and all of our improvements to Idlehour Park. And I want to tell you about an initiative that we are unveiling today. Christy, along with our grants writer for Parks and Recreation, Suzanne Leiby, Anessa Snowden, who handles our Parks and Recreation Therapeutic Recreation Division, worked together to get a livability grant from AARP for the Idle Hour Senior Center and the parks. So the grant award of $10,000 will be used for two purposes. We'll install accessible benches along the trail in Idle Hour Park, and the benches will be positioned in a U-shaped conversational which fosters social interaction and ease of communication. It'll also be a great rest spot when you're going around the trail to sit down and have a rest after you've traversed the Idle Hour Trail. The second purpose of the grant is the construction of raised garden beds. And the gardens, herbs, vegetable, and flower gardens will be built near here at the juncture of the park and the senior center. Seniors can utilize anyone with mobility issues or walkers will have great access to the beds. They'll be standing, so they're certainly much easier than being on your knees and going up and down. In our parks, therapeutic recreation uses the senior center kitchen, actually. Christy's very generous with us and allows us to use that for our cooking classes. Our students and participants will be able to use those herbs in their cooking classes, as well as we'll be using those for the senior center. Finally, Breckenridge Elementary students frequently join the senior center in current pursuits, and they'll have enhanced gardening opportunities, which will encourage cross-generational relationships and demonstrating that farm-to-table concept to urban children. I cannot thank you all, the Neighborhood Association, Christy here at the Senior Center, for all the work that you have done to bring this to fruition. I see Joyce back there, who we worked closely with from facilities as well. One last thing, I know that the neighborhood and the Senior Center has been wanting to know when our lights are coming in on the trail. We anticipate that construction to start on Monday, September 25th. So very soon we will be seeing those come in. That certainly will allow for extended use of that trail, improved lighting and security as well. So thank you once again. Congratulations.
All right. Thank you all for coming. Now it's time to party, because that's kind of what we do best. I want to call attention to the folks over here on the wall. We have the Friends of the Lexington Senior Center. It's the newest not-for-profit to support the Senior Center. The Participants Council, if you don't know what they do amazing work to support the parties that happen here at the center. Ollie, Osher Lifelong Learning, you know, they use some of our space here for their education. Go talk to them, find out what more they do. And then, of course, the social workers are sitting there for the Senior Center to answer any questions that you just can't get answered. We have cake, cookies, and juice or lemonade up here. And Martha created a slideshow of pictures from the old center, pictures from the new center, kind of a one-year diary. And then there's some statistical slides pumped in there because that kind of makes me happy. So this concludes the formal part of the presentation. Now let's just party and have a reception. Thank you so much for